Go. We're here live at the Blackwell Thurman Criminal Injustice Center. This is the Center for Injustice of Travis County. They do misdemeanor B, felonies, and that's what they do here. So, yeah. We're going to go through, let you know what happens with ex-Sergeant Brian Yargler. I'm sorry. His name's Yargler, but I'm going to call him Yargler because I can. Is Brian Yargler. He was going to get fired. He's facing 3 felony counts and official oppression. And he's beat up 3 different people, falsely arrested myself. He beat up another person, Whitney Mitchell, and they're not putting her name in here. So she's a black activist during George Floyd. Her fiance was killed by a white supremacist military person named Daniel Perry, and Sergeant Yargler, the next day, I guess, at the memorial, Sergeant Yargler, it was Corporal Yargler. He got promoted for this by APD. This is what I'm telling you. There's a culture of bad cops, and they promote bad cops. So if a cop goes after a member of the press, an activist, a protester, cops get promoted. So that's a negative. That's a positive feedback loop to make more bad cops. They're actually turning people into cops into sociopaths. When they don't come in psychosociopaths, they're actually creating them by making them go after people of color, making them go after. It's been reported on in other cities. It just hasn't been reported on here, other than from myself. But this is what's going on. Is Brian Yargler is going to face some charges today, and we're going to see what happens. I won't be allowed to film in the courtroom, but I will be able to update you. So we're here waiting for the names to come. These are all the names. I saw Lizzardo. I wonder if it's the same Lizzardo that shot Alexander Gonzalez with his baby and his girlfriend. The city already settled $550,000, I think. There he is, right there. Brian Yargler. 915, 390, floor 7. So it's.
Oh, you're fine.
Floor 7. So we're here on floor 7. This is where it is. Yeah, 390th District Court, I believe. Doesn't say which judge. Let's see which judge. Kokoric, oh boy. Alright. Kokoric's not really a good judge, so it's going to be a problem. Where'd they all go?
I know you were saying something. Yeah, that's all.
The Yargler has left the building apparently. I'm not sure, but yeah, his whole family was with him. He's got
honestly, this is just the beginning of this. Like I said, other people are being treated the same way before me right now, and probably even in the future. So I'm going to try to help other people that are in similar situations, whether I start some kind of nonprofit or just get some information from other people on how to help other people in these types of situations. Because I'm sure it's happening all over the place. And it's not fair to us, citizens who are supposed to be protected and served by these people, and they're using their power. Yes, no problem. Yes, take it easy. Thanks, guys.
I came out in the middle like I was anticipating it.
Everything is supposed to be, all charges are dropped, but what they originally were trying to get me was felony provocation, assault on the officer, and resisting arrest. Once they watch the videos, which I have, and I'll probably release them later on, but I just have to watch them myself. I'm kind of sitting on the bench on whether or not I want to watch them kind of deal, because then I'm going to have to relive that stuff again and just hear myself screaming, oh, man, all this stuff. So it's like, I'm going to watch it, but like I said, eventually I'll probably end up releasing that video.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time,
Yeah.
being patient, of course.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Hey, I filed I tried to get charges filed against Yargler for a while. He's been a bad cop on 6th Street.
I've seen
all
that.
those cops in there. You've
I've
seen
seen
me?
other video. I've seen.
This is me. Get a hold of me. I've got
Okay.
information for you, but don't use the QR code. Just the rest
Okay.
of the information.
Okay.
I'm Julian. I'm with the Challenger Street newspaper, but I'm independent. I'm the main person doing police accountability in this town, not the DA. So I'm glad the DA is helping you, but they let Christopher Taylor go. They let the jury sleep.
Yeah.
They let the jury sleep. They let those same lawyers in there, those two. Paint the jurors with the AR-15 that killed Mike Ramos. They let officers lie, and they didn't impeach the
Well, that's why I
officers.
just told them too.
Yeah.
This might be the end of this part, but it's not.
It needs. We need to do more.
Exactly.
So get with me. I get information. We're doing training on people to do a police accountability work. You know, we're doing the.
That's what I want to get into.
That's what we're doing because it does happen all the time,
Yeah, all the
especially
time.
on 6th Street, and all those cops in there, and we're the ones that work on 6th Street with
Exactly.
them. Collins was there
Yeah.
when
All his buddies.
Landon Nobles was shot. Collins was there doing stuff with Landon Nobles. I was
This is
part of
just-
that
This
case.
is just this part for the Austin PD.
Uh-huh.
Once they detained me inside the Travis County detention facility,
It's the sheriff.
shit happened to me again, bro.
They beat the shit out of you
They
again?
physically stripped all my clothes off me because I refused. I said, dude, I need a phone call. What's being done to me is wrong. I need to call my lawyer right
And they
now.
wouldn't let you.
They wouldn't let me use
They wouldn't
my
let me
phone.
use. Last time they arrested me.
They beat me up inside the cell because I kept saying, let me use the phone, let me use the phone. So about 5-6 officers came in there, jumped me, did all kind of torture moves, stripped my clothes butt naked, left me in the cell for like 2 hours and then threw some jail clothes in there. Then when they took me out of there to do fingerprints, they put a bag over my head.
How are you doing?
I'm just listening to police brutality. You see there's a cop in there facing charges? The same one I was telling you.
On there today. I'm sure it's
Hey, there's a whole bunch of bad cops in there supporting him.
Well, that's why you're here.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why you're here, right? We're on the same team now, right? We're after the cops, right? Fucking, he's a bad lawyer. All right, that's Richard Gentry. He argued with me as a client on a recent case of felony assault against an officer like they did to you. And he argued with me for an hour about there's no bad cops.
Yeah. That's
Like
why-
I literally film cops and he sees them in court and he thinks that we know the same cops. Like he doesn't know what code switching is. He doesn't know about the thin blue line.
That's what I said too. I was like, I know there's more to this than what they're letting on. And you know, honestly, like I said, I wanna get into this.
I filed 100 police complaints. I filed several against Yargler. He's arrested me.
Yeah.
Christmas
I have
Eve.
the video now too.
I'm just
I
standing
think
there
it's-
filming.
I think it's the body cam that they gave me. But I
Okay.
don't even know. I haven't even looked
Get
at it.
everything. Get all the evidence.
So-
How's it going?
There's more.
Still doing the devil's work, do you? You know you're gonna burn, right? All bad cops burn in hell, and their lawyers. He's a bad lawyer. I hate these guys. I've been watching this shit go on too long, man. We're tired of it. So like,
They make movies on
did
it,
you
bro.
see the trans woman that got thrown on the ground and they left her blood on the street on 6th Street
seen
during
that.
South by? I'll send it to you. Text me. I got stuff that you can look at my YouTube channel. I've got hundreds of APD videos.
Because I need
hundreds of
I need
public
help, I need
videos.
support. I need people that
You
know.
can just go to my YouTube channel and go Yargler.
Okay.
And also put in Yargler
Okay.
because that's what I call him.
Okay.
Yargler. He's so abusive. He gets in my face. They're filming me.
Yeah.
Like, so what? It's the law.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wearing this.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's out of control and he's out free. He should be in jail.
He
He's going to
does.
kill somebody. That's the problem. These bad cops are going to go to
could've.
Round Rock, Georgetown.
He could've
They're
killed
going to go to Bastrop and they're going to kill
Could
somebody.
have killed me.
They're too psycho. Like, they're on their shit. They're doing their shit, man. They're doing all of it.
Fire truck.
They're doing, no, it's not just that. They're doing they're all on psych meds. A lot of them are doing ice and meth, you know, and coke and, you know, whatever. And they're slamming Red Bulls and Monster drinks so they can get aggressive. They put the gloves on. Okay. I appreciate your testimony. Thank you for standing up. Thank you. If y'all need to talk, just let me know. So, yeah, we're waiting, I guess. I don't know. Is the judge going to sentence today or not? There was no jury. Just a bench trial with her. Let's find out. So it's just a bench. That's it. Just a bench trial. Was that just a hearing, or was that the bench trial?
Plea hearing.
The plea hearing. So he pled not guilty.
Guilty.
He pled guilty.
Yes.
Can they take his fingerprint?
Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah.
So how do I get access to the? How do I get access to the screen later? Do I contact the court or do I contact
To the what?
the court or the station? Yeah, something's falling over there. I'm glad you're filming in there.
I want to make sure we brought something. What did you ask, sir?
You're with KXAN? Oh, you're with KXAN.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I get access to the stream?
It was a pool feed, so
So I have to jump in a swimming pool? So you see this right here? Right here? What does it say?
okay.
Press? I mean, how do I get access as press to this?
Well, if you ask him, that's how you during the proceedings, like anyone, we're running pools, so like if you wanted to plug in your camera or whatever.
There's a file created, right? A movie file?
I don't know if we have a file for that, but
It was
I know
just a stream?
maybe. You might have to
I've
ask
had
him
this
about
problem before during the Christopher Taylor trials, and the judge, Blasey, couldn't, she was trying to sanction me and not help me. So, I mean, all the press should have access. That's the problem with this scenario. It shouldn't be like I shouldn't have to join a,
Yeah,
get in the bathtub with you guys. I'm independent, so I actually press the police.
Right.
You know who I am, right?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, so you don't know what you're doing. So I've been filming the police since they shot my dog in 2013. Okay, and they've been raping women and doing all this shit, and I've been exposing it while the other press has been lying, saying, like just recently at the protest, KXAN said that the officers had rocks thrown at them, which was not true, which is a lie. Lies are not good. And then said that the 4 officers got injured, and then later they said 3 officers. So what happened to the other officers? Which officers are it? We're not getting the full truth. What we're getting is officers beat somebody up and spraying their wrist, beating somebody up. That is not an injury. That is officer aggression, and the officers were actually violent, and the news is covering for that. And so I'm the real press, and I would like to get access to this stuff. Usually. So Tim, right? How do I get access to? Is there a file created?
Well, after the story airs, I think it should be on kxan.com.
I mean the whole unedited,
Oh,
not
yeah.
just the lies. I mean the cover-ups.
You mean the video that I shot?
Yeah, the video.
Oh,
No, no access.
no.
Yeah, special.
That's way,
It's way too far.
that's like corporate level business, man.
Well, who's in corporate that I have to talk to? Do I have to get on the Facebook page
They
and
don't
slam
know.
it? We can get 1,000 people to slam the Facebook page. I mean, I don't know what I need to do. Like, as a member of the press, it says press, right? You know who I am, right? I've seen me at all the murder trials by police, all that.
Okay,
And the Judge Blasey wasn't any helpful last time. Challenge the Street newspaper. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. I'm also independent. I'm also a stringer for
okay,
y'all.
okay.
I actually string for y'all. So
okay,
I actually
you didn't explain that to me.
Yeah, I'm
you
a
didn't say
member
you
of
were
the-
press.
It says-
I didn't know who you were.
press.
I see it, man. I'm
Okay, I know.
multitasking here.
But you've seen me before, right? This guy doesn't recognize me. He doesn't see my work. But I'm the one doing the police accountability work in this town.
I had a spigot plugged in here.
Uh-huh.
I just saw Yargler downstairs.
Did you get a picture?
No, I didn't.
Yorgler?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad cop. He's targeted us. That cop in there has targeted us. So we have personal
All
interest.
his crew.
I'll just go on the thing, I guess. I just want to file. I don't really want to plug in. I don't have anything to plug in with.
Yeah,
I got my laptop. I got maybe an HDMI. That's maybe.
That's how it usually works. What all the cable that we play with.
Yargler.
But you'll get his file from kxan.com. It'll be everything on.
The whole thing will be up there?
Well, not the raw, because if we just let it raw out.
There's no jury to protect. And everything the camera can see, we should be able to see as a member of the press and as the public. So